Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
So, I was trying to set up my laptop, but I forgot my, um, not my cable for my laptop, so it's dead, which means we will only have one camera for today during our workout.
We'll manage.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Try to move everything around to make it work. There we go. It's all crooked. Yeah. Awesome. So I think Michelle is joining us. Awesome. Jennifer is here. Hello, hello. So you guys will need a dumbbell or kettlebell set for bent over rows and Romanian deadlifts, single leg Romanian deadlifts, and also an open space to do our wrestling movements for today. Awesome. So we will give it about, like as usual, start at 10:05. See if there's anybody else joining us today. There's a good chance this might just be us today because we have the Jezery seminar. But in usual fashion, we're gonna make this happen. Oh, I gotta put my hair up. So we're gonna start. We have about a 25-minute HIIT workout. It's gonna be pretty intense, but you guys are gonna get 2-minute, some long 2-minute breaks between the blocks. We'll see how that works, and do this one again in 2 weeks to improve it, because our goal here is to improve our cardio during performance. But next week we're going to focus on technique to improve our wrestling stance, to improve our shots and our understanding of how to move when we're on our feet. So next week we're going to bring it back down to technique day. How are we on time? Okay, a couple more minutes. See if anybody else joins. And then what else? So yeah, we're gonna do this one in 2 minutes. 2 weeks. Today we're gonna start off with a nice mobility session to open up our hips for all the wrestling movement that we're gonna do. We're gonna do some ankle mobility and strength exercises to warm up our feet. And then we're gonna get into the HIIT style workout for today. How is everybody feeling? Let's do a quick check-in, starting with Sarah. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing well. I feel good. I'm coming off of a couple days off.
Oh, okay, nice.
That's a little unusual. So I'm ready for the workout.
Nice. RNR. Michelle, how are you feeling?
My booty hurts today.
Ooh.
From
Mine does too. So you're not alone.
I think I was just going a little deeper on Thursday, so it feels good.
Good, nice. It's good. And your knees are okay. They're holding up when we're doing all this. Awesome. That's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Jennifer, checking in with you. How are you doing today?
Yeah, my back's pretty tight today, but I think it'll be okay once I get warmed up.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. So maybe we'll start off with a very quick back opener, upper thoracic spine. Darn it. Oh, well, I guess I'll use these pose today. So we'll start with our shoulders. If you guys go ahead and grab either a pole or your belt from jiu-jitsu or resistance bands, we'll start with our up and overs, opening up our shoulders. I did a little bit of shoulder work before I came here, so my neck and my traps aren't as tight as they usually are, but they're still pretty tight. Just going up and around. And if you start to bring your hands closer, you might feel a little bit more of a stretch in your shoulders. And go around from the side, you can start to pull the band or the pull down to one side. And then we'll switch directions. So we're going to be doing mobility until about 10:25, 10:30, and then we're going to start on our workout. So now I'm just kind of guiding my back up and down. Up and down this way. All right. All right. So from here, we'll sit on the ground in a straddle. We'll just take a moment real quick. If you have more of a broomstick or a pole, you're going to want to use this instead of your bands or straps, because we're going to do a nice stretch to the side. How did I do this? Sorry. Trying to remember the stretch. So bringing our arm to the side and then lifting our arm up as high as it can go. And then we'll switch. So I take the pole, put it on the inside of my thigh, take my opposite foot to stabilize the pole. My hand it's going to be my opposite hand that's grabbing over the top, and then my hand threads through the pole. I bring my shoulder in front of it, and then I'm going to lift my hand up as high as I can bring it. Nice. Awesome. Put that away. Working down the body. Start with our cat stretch. So cat cow, arching up like a cat, moving down like a cow, pulling your shoulder blades away from you. One more time. Cat, down, up. Up, Down, exhale, reach out into the cat stretch or child stretch. And when you're doing this one, instead of just trying to let your rib cage drop down to the floor, I want you to try and push your rib cage to your thighs. Take a deep inhale and push your rib cage into your thighs as much as you can. Open up your hands. Try to walk your hands away from your body as far as you can to stretch into your armpits nice and deep. Inhale, exhale, and then you can let your body drop a little bit deeper into the stretch. Inhale, exhale, let your body drop a little deeper into the stretch. We'll take a hand, thread it through. Switch sides and thread it through. And back. We'll go into, what is this, happy baby? Not quite happy baby, it's just like a rocking horse. So just rock. Pull your knees into your chest, pull your shoulders back. Try to elongate your back to the ground as much as you can. Roll your shoulders in and that pull tension. Try to really get your spine as flat to the ground as you can. And twist your head left and right in here. Make it no. Yes. No. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, pull your knees back to your chest. Try to get your spine as long and flat to the ground as you can. Nice. Now we're gonna open up our feet. So you can take your 2 fingers, put one inside the big toe, other big toe, and we'll do the happy baby stretch from here. If your groin is super tight, you can just stay here with your knees bent. If today you're feeling nice and nimbly bimbly, you can go ahead and stretch one leg and then stretch the other leg out straight. So I'll face you guys so you can see. It's like happy baby. You can open up. Really try to get into that low back. We'll come back up into shuttle. This is my favorite. So we're working down the body. So for straddle, I don't want you to focus too much of folding yourself in half if you don't have the range. What I really want you to focus more on is pulling your spine straight. So I know the pants are a little bit dark, right? So we don't want to be rounded back here. We want to try and pull ourselves up and straight as much as you can. And then you can start to begin to fold as you're feeling more loose. If you're still super tight, and if you're like me and you really want to work on your middle split, sometimes I will stop here and then I'll choose a side. So I'll take one hand, put it in the middle, and try to elongate my leg out to one side first and focus on my currently right side. Try to lean into that fold, but really I'm not trying to fold over. I'm trying to open up my legs wide here. And you might feel a stretch in your hamstrings. And then you can switch sides. So staying tall, pull your legs out. If you're focusing on one side of the leg to push that out, your other leg, I want you to focus on pressing that knee down and your glutes down into the ground, and then relax it. So switch directions again, focusing on the other leg. The leg that you're bending towards, you're trying to get that leg long out as far as you can. And then the opposite knee and hip, you're pressing that and actively pressing that down into the ground. Good, nice. From here, we're gonna do a little mobility. So keep your hands close to your side. You're gonna curl your legs in into kind of like a modified pigeon, but really your legs are more in an S. Pushing your legs out and curling your legs into the other side. Pushing your legs out, curling your legs in. Out, try not to use your hands. Keep your heels in contact with the ground. In. Out. And now we're gonna bend forward. Start to elongate our back leg into full pigeon stretch. Come back up to center. Keep your heels in contact with the ground. We're switching. Back to the other side. Bend over, elongate that back leg. Start to work yourself into a pigeon. You might feel a stretch in your hamstrings. That's perfectly okay. This means you're tight there today. And back to center. And then back. And try to get deeper into the pigeon. And back to center. And then back. And then deeper into the pigeon. This time from the pigeon position, you're going to take your back leg, cross it over your forward leg that's in the bent position. And this is more for your booty, not your back. So you really want to try and hug your knee to your chest so you really feel the stretch in your butt cheek. Spending a lot of time on the hips today because of our wrestling, and also I know like me and Michelle are probably really tight from Thursday in those hips, so it's going to be pretty painful. I don't want us to have any injuries as we're going through these movements. All right, so we'll switch sides. So the leg that was on the top, now it's going to be in the bottom. You're just going to have it on the ground like this, and then your top leg is crossing over, and you're going to hug your knee to your chest. We're going to do the stretch again. Switching sides. Stretch. And now as your hips are starting to open, you're gonna basically let your knees kind of touch. And my hips are actually really tight, so they're not gonna probably do it today, but I want my knee basically pulling my feet apart. So my knees are flat. And you're gonna feel almost like a pinch in your hip. Just don't go too deep in this one, but this is a pretty important stretch. If you need to, you can stay here in your glutes, just hugging your knee to your chest. If you're still super tight there, if you're starting to feel a little loose, you can let your knee fall and you're pushing your top leg out. And then we'll switch sides. All right, we start hugging our hip. We really get that stretch in the glute. And as you're feeling warming up, you're basically pushing your knee out, letting your knees fold on top of each other. Yeah. All right, so now from here, we're gonna get into our quad. So if you have a wall nearby or a couch, I'll show you what you need to do. I'm gonna bring this phone with me. So you'll only be able to see me in the long phone right now. Boom. So I'm here. I'm gonna take my foot, put it against the wall in the curl position, and try to push my hip forward to really get a nice stretch down the front of my quad. I have two nice straps here so I can hold myself up. It's nice. If you need to hold yourself up, you can use that pole that you were using from earlier to really keep yourself upright. And then we're gonna let our foot flatten and push our hip. Instead of just being upright, we're gonna try to push ourselves back until you can get your heel to touch your butt. But if you can't, like I don't have, my quad is super tight, so this is as far back as I can go. Just stay there, don't push it. You don't wanna overstretch anything. Focus more on getting long through the front of your hip, long and tall, and try to keep your low back from overarching. You really want to squeeze that butt in. And then switch sides. So we're going to start with our foot flexed. Then I'm going to take my butt, push it forward as much as I can. You can stay on your knees like I am, or if you're feeling super flexible, you can bring your foot up to push yourself back. Either is fine. Now we're going to point our toes, try to push our butt to kiss our heel. Nice. And come up. So we're working to our feet, starting with our hands on the wall. Take your foot, push your heel into the wall. So we're going to start with a straight knee, and you're just leaning forward into it. And then bend your knee. Try to get your knee to touch the wall, and get as close to the wall as you can. And we're going to move away from the wall, point our toe up, and then curl over the knuckles of those feet. Try to get a nice stretch in the front of the ankle. Switch. So starting with straight leg, push your hips forward towards the wall. And we're going to bend our knee. Push our knee close to the wall. So we're going from the calf to the Achilles now. Pulling your foot away from the wall, lifting up to a demi point and full point, stretching the front of those feet. You can lean into it, back away from it. Really get into those feet. Then we're just gonna roll our ankles. Make sure you roll over the tops of your knuckles too, not just here, but all the way into those knuckles. Crack, crack. Jump just a little bit. Warm up your feet. All right. Okay. So we're going to start off with duck walks, and then we're going to get into the workout. So for this one, all right. So duck walk. Start on our knees. Take a step forward. We're going heel toe. You're going to push yourself and really roll your feet from your heel to your toe. Drive your knee to the ground and try to keep your body upright. Okay? Try not to lean forward, and you want to keep all the motion and the movement smooth as possible. Step forward further, Sarah and Michelle. Yeah, so in front of your knee a little bit, because this is the penetration step. So you really want to penetrate and drive yourself through your opponent. Yep. And drive your hips forward too as you're penetrating through. So it's almost like you're thrusting as you're driving. You want to keep your head and your hip stacked on top of each other. So we're here, boom, and really open up those hips as you're driving through. Try to open up as much as you can. Good, good. Now we're gonna start up. So everything we're doing right now, we're doing it slow until the workout portion of today. So we're gonna start off, we're gonna do penetration step from our wrestling stance. So we're here, heel toe. So you wanna step forward, roll, and come up, right? So we're here in our wrestling steps. I take my penetration step forward, boom, stepping up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, try to keep the motion always moving forward. So if any point when you're doing your shot, if you feel your motion stop going forward, so you're just going straight down and straight up like this, you're missing the fluidity of the movement. Yes. And now, as you're penetrating up, boom, you're gonna take your foot out. So this trailing leg comes out, and then it's driving us off to the side. Okay, so this is signifying like if we're going in for a double or if we're gonna cut the corner when we come in for the single. So we don't want to we're not just going straight forward, we're actually coming in and then dumping the person off to the side. All right, so just a few more of this movement, and then we'll do some warm-up exercises to get our blood pumping. Yeah. Knee pads. Penetration step forward. Good job, Sarah. Not bad, Jennifer. Not bad. Yeah. Good. So make all the motions, the speed the same now. So you're penetrating through and driving through with the same speed as you're coming up and changing that angle. So yeah. Try to drive, not hop. Drive. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Okay. Let's look in. We're only gonna be on one camera today, unfortunately, because I didn't bring my cable for my laptop. So turning on the audio. We're gonna start off with, so make sure, okay, you guys go ahead and grab a dumbbell or kettlebell for bent over rows and single leg Romanian deadlift. So a set is preferable, like so 2 kettlebells or 2 dumbbells. If you only have one, that's fine. Just make sure it's of decent weight. And if you have 1 kettlebell, grab, or if you have 1 dumbbell, grab like your jujitsu belt so you can tie it off and do a row with the belt and the weight. Here we go. Kind of hopping around there for a second. Okay. The workout is 24 minutes long, so plenty of time for me to sit here and explain to you how it's all going to go down. The first part is a kind of, it's not really a warm up. It is a workout. It's just going to get your blood flowing. It's not quite the whole the jujitsu stuff, if that makes sense. I want to see if I can, I don't know. Can I? It's not doing what I want to do. Anyway, I can kind of see you guys. Can you guys still see the thumbs up if you guys can all see the timer?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's important for you guys to see. Okay, first part, do you guys have a pull-up bar or your TRX makeshift inverted row setup? Okay, we're gonna start off with that to warm up. So we're gonna start off with that and some thrusters. So we're gonna start off with 20 inverted rows. I'm gonna bring this down. There we go. So just cut off, what do you guys have? I know Sarah doesn't have a pull-up bar, she has inverted rows. You have the inverted row machine too? Sorry, the TRX strap setup, Michelle?
Yeah, I have my belt in the door.
Okay, and then Jennifer, what do you have? She went off to do her setup real quick. I'll wait for her to come back.
The belt in the door.
Okay, cool. So we're all gonna start off with, I had jumping pull-ups, so we're all gonna do, we're gonna do thrusters for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do our inverted rows for 30 seconds, just to warm us up, get our blood flowing, okay? Then during the next 2-minute block, I will explain to you the next set, okay? For your thrusters, it's not gonna be a full thruster today. Really, it's just an explosive overhead press. So I'm trying to back up so you guys can see my upper body. All right, so it's an explosive overhead thrust. You can do a little squat and then we're up. Okay, thumbs up if that's good. All right, so we're gonna start off with the thrusters, get our blood flowing. You notice I didn't give you any breaks during this time, but we're only doing it, everything for today is only gonna be 2 rounds. In 2 weeks, we're gonna go for 3. All right, you guys, thumbs up if you're ready. Oh, Sarah's still getting set up. And then I will be on the rings way over there with you guys. Okay, awesome. Starting in 14 seconds. One, up.
Thruster. Three, two, one.
Down
Jumping pull up.
to your inverted row. Non-stop here.
Three, two, one.
Back
Thruster.
thrusters.
Three, two, one. Jumping pull up. Three, two, one. Break.
Great, awesome. All right, so we got a long break here. Next is single leg Romanian deadlift. All right, so you'll have your kettlebells. I have my barbell over here. We're gonna do single legs, bend over, switch sides, and then shadow wrestling, down blocking, okay? No breaks in between. I think I'm gonna cut our breaks down to 1 minute long. So we're gonna start in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch.
Single leg
Single
RDL.
leg Romanian deadlift. All right. Boom.
Three, two, one. Switch single leg RDL. Three, two, one. Shadow wrestle.
Shadow wrestling. So we're here, higher feet, down block, make sure you're moving and circling, moving and circling, moving and circling. Down block on your own. We're here, down blocking, staying in your wrestling stance. Shuffle to
Three,
left and right.
two, one.
Back to single
Single
leg,
leg RDL.
Romanian deadlift.
Three, two, one.
Switch.
Switch single leg RDL. Three, 2, 1. Shadow
Battle
wrestle.
wrestling. So let's do this. Shuffle back and forth. Down block, down block, down block. Firing your feet, staying low, staying in your wrestling stance. Don't bend at the back, drop at your butt.
Three, 2, 1.
Great.
Break.
All right, now we're going into the bent over rows, and then we're going to sprawl. So sprawling on the first round, we're going to just be in our wrestling stance and then sprawling every time and call it out. Second time we go through it, we're going to sprawl, pop up, take a shot. So sprawl, pop up, shoot. Okay. A good thing I want to let you guys know is if you have mats like me and you're doing wrestling shoes or socks, that'll prevent your feet from burning as you're going through this, and it makes you a lot faster. Not afraid to be as fast as you're going through it. So we're gonna start at 40. It's good. The timer says 40 seconds. We're gonna go. So grabbing your bar or your dumbbells, kettlebells. Starting in 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Bent over row.
rows. Here. Ten seconds.
Three, 2, 1. Sprawl.
Wrestling stance, sprawl. 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 Make sure you're firing your feet. Sprawl. 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 Sprawl.
3, 2,
Sprawl.
1. Bent over row.
Bent over rows. Make sure your back is flat, not bent over.
Three, 2, 1.
Go.
Sprawl.
Fire feet. Sprawl. 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 Fire. Sprawl. Sprawl. Sprawl.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Break.
All right. So now we're doing one arm cleans. Whew. I gotta grab a kettlebell. BRBs. So it's a one arm clean and press. So we have our kettlebell or kettlebell swinging up to the front rack position, pressing back down, sticking with one arm for the time. And then we're going to be on our hands and knees, fire feet, hip height. All right, so we've been on our hands and knees, fire feet, circling hip heights. All right, back to it. All right, we're gonna start at the 30-second mark. Starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
One arm clean.
One arm clean. Front rack, press. Front rack, press.
Three, two, one. Switch one arm clean.
Switch arms.
Three, two, one.
Hands and knees.
Sit through.
Start firing your feet. Circling. Switch. When I say switch, your hip heisting. Switch. Firing your feet and circling. Switch.
Three,
Switch.
two, one. One arm clean.
Back to the one arm clean.
Three, two, one.
Switch arms.
Switch one arm clean. Three, two, one. Sit through.
Fire hands and knees. Start firing your feet. Circling, sit through. Sit through. Sit through. Sit through. Sit through.
Three,
Sit through.
two, one. Break.
Break. All right. Finishing it with our core. So go ahead and grab a Swiss ball. If you don't have a Swiss ball, you can just use slide discs or your socks on a hardwood floor. And then make sure you have like something to
Three,
elevate
two,
your
one.
feet.
Slide disc knee tuck.
So we're gonna pause this real quick.
Foot elevated. Slide disc knee tuck.
Oh, it's time. So I have my feet are gonna be on this thing where I can elevate my foot. I'm gonna walk you through all the different exercises before we get started. So the first one isn't gonna be our normal slide disc. If you're on the Swiss ball, all I want you to do is tuck and balance here for a bit. Okay, if you can lift up one foot, lift that up. If you can lift up the other foot, lift that up. If you don't have, who does it? Wave if you don't have a Swiss ball. Okay, so you're the only one who doesn't have a Swiss ball. So you will do the knee tucks on your hardwood floor. Okay, so just do those. I'm going to update the timer because this should be just for time. After that, we're going to do foot elevated. So it's our top foot elevated hip raises. You can do this on your couch or what do you have, Sarah? Do you have like a dummy nearby that's where you can kind of have your foot elevated?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, wherever you can elevate your foot, that's kind of how you want to be. Okay, so I'm going to be here with my top foot elevated, and I'm going to be lifting myself up and back down. Okay, only do 8 to 10. This is like, if you've never done this exercise before, it's actually really hard and challenging. So if you stop at 8, don't feel bad. Okay, I'm probably only going to do 8 too. So we're going to be on our elbow, all right? Basically lifting up into a side plank, but you're using your top foot supported leg and your hip to really drive yourself up. If you can hold here for a second and do, and then control your hip down, all right? After that, we're doing air triangles. You guys all know that exercise. So I don't need to explain that. I'm gonna stop the timer real quick and then fix this. This should be for time. Save. Okay.
Thruster. Break.
Starting in 30 seconds. Thumbs up if everybody's ready. Do you guys need, okay. Make sure you guys all have the things. Okay. Starting in 5,
3, 2, 1.
1. Starting out.
Slide disc knee tuck.
Tucking in. Pull in your belly button. Corset. Or try to lift one leg and balance. And balance. Try to keep the tension in your lower abs. Alternating your legs. Ooh,
3, 2, 1. Foot elevated hip raise.
So foot elevated hip raise. 8, left and right. Let's do them together. Support your top leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, 30 air triangles. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. All right. Hack on our Swiss ball. Okay. Swiss ball in 3, 2, 1.
Slide disc
Go.
knee tuck. 3, 2, 1. Foot elevated hip raise.
All right. Elevate that top foot. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 35 air triangles. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. All right, last set. Grab your Swiss ball. Where's my Swiss ball? There it is. Okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Slide disc knee tuck. Three, 2, 1. Foot elevated hip raise.
All right, to your foot elevated position. 8, left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 35 air triangles. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. Awesome work, you guys. All right. I'm gonna bring my camera down. Hey, awesome. How's everybody feeling? Oh, great. What did you think of the workout today, Sarah? Heart. She sent me a heart. Yay.
Yeah, that was great.
Good.
Feels good.
Good. Awesome. What about you, Michelle? How'd you like it? Huh?
Super sweaty.
Oh, super sweaty?
Yeah.
Good. That's what we want. That's what we want. How about you, Jennifer? How'd you like it?
Yeah, I was actually mentally prepared for it to be a lot worse. So this was like worked out well.
Good. Good. Awesome. Yeah. So I am eliminating the breaks. We still have breaks, but there's just like, how I would do like breaks in between everything. But now we're going to eliminate that and we're just going to have breaks between the blocks. And it's just for me to explain, get a quick wind, and then we're going to get back to it. So the more we get used to these workouts, the shorter those breaks between the blocks will be. And also I will add more rounds. I'm not gonna do like 5 or something crazy for each block, but still we're gonna add more rounds to kind of increase our lung capacity. So you guys know I change things up subtly, but just enough to make it harder for you guys. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you guys joined me today. I just want to say I'm always grateful every time you guys show up and apply yourself to the class. So next week, we're going to focus more on the wrestling technique, just to make sure that, it's not just a workout. We're all still learning and applying knowledge to our performance. So yeah, we're going to focus more on technique next week. So be prepared for that. But like you guys got it last time, you're still sweating. So still be prepared to sweat. Have a great rest of your week. Recover, stay hydrated, stay safe. I love y'all. And I will see some of you guys on Monday.
You too, Coach. Love your workouts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Great job.